Okay, fine. So, good morning, everyone. So, I welcome you all to this JIRA session. I hope all are doing well. Okay, let us start this session, guys. So, welcome to the JIRA session. So, so in this session, we are going to discuss about these topics. First, we'll discuss on what do you mean by an SDLC. Later, we'll discuss on what do you mean by agile methodology. And then we're going to discuss about the Scrum. And then we'll discuss on the how to download Jira software into the devices and all. So guys, if the PPT got stuck in between or if you feel that my voice is not clear or if I'm going too fast, please do let me know. And I have observed few participants have joined with their device names. Okay. So I request you people to please rename it to your name. Okay. I can observe two or three people like that. So because attendance will be taken into consideration, guys. So I request those people who join with their device names to please rename it to your name. If you're not been able to change your name, at least keep your names in the chat box. Okay. Is it clear?
Clear.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you. So we'll first discuss about SDLC. Can you please someone tell me what do you mean by an SDLC?
It's a software development life cycle. It's a whole process how the software get developed, starting from scratch into implementation. What
Yes,
are the
very good.
processes you are going to follow?
Yes. Any others?
So it's a traditional methodology to develop the software or application. So it's go like this waterfall. So it's called as another name as waterfall methodology.
Okay, see.
So step by step it will be processed, implemented from beginning to end.
So STLC is not called as a waterfall. ST is one of the methodology. Waterfall is one of the methodology of STLC. We have different methodologies under STLC, and waterfall is one of them. Okay.
Okay.
So okay, fine. So as someone has said before, SDLC means it consists of a series of steps. Okay, it is a life cycle of a software test, like how the software is developed. Okay, from starting to ending through this SDLC is software is developed. It consists of a series of steps to complete a particular project. Okay. So what is the purpose of using this SDLC? So this SDLC will improve the quality of the software. And also another reason is that it is very cost effective and is also time efficient. So it is mostly used by the development teams to develop a high quality software. And also the goal of SDLC is to minimize the risks which would come under a particular project. So, just a second. Is my voice breaking to everyone?
It's clear.
It's clear. So, Tayyip, once check internet connection from your side, okay? Please. So the goal of STLC, as I said, it is to minimize the project risk, guys. Okay, in order to meet the customer expectations. So most of the development teams use this STLC in order to deliver a high quality software with low risks in order to meet the customer expectations. Okay, and here, here we can see SDLC is nothing but a methodology which is used by the software project within a software organization, and every step detailed plan is contained in this SDLC. Like how human has a life cycle, right? From babies, adult, teens, and old age and all. Like this SDLC also contains of all steps from inception to the deployment, like developing, maintenance, replace, and alter or enhancement. Okay. So as I've discussed before, this SDLC used for improving the quality of the software. Okay. So here next under SDLC, we will have different methodologies and models. And here now we'll discuss about the Scrum model. So what is Scrum? Scrum is a model under Agile methodology. Okay, so Agile consists of certain Agile manifesto, guys, and this Agile manifesto consists of certain four values and 12 principles. So under Agile, we have different models like Kanban and Scrum. So whatever the model it might be, so any model which falls under the Agile methodology should follow all these Agile manifestos, values, and principles. So it is a framework. Scrum is a framework. So what is a framework means? It is nothing but a set of procedures, okay, that are used to deliver a project, something which is rigid. Something which doesn't change for the sake of the project is called as a framework, guys. Okay, and here this Scrum is nothing but framework where we will deliver a project, where we will run a project in iterations, which means we don't deliver a project in single go. We will deliver a project in smaller iterations and smaller deliverables. Okay, the Scrum is the way of delivering a project into smaller iterations. Okay, now, so here the Scrum is a framework for the project management. So we were most of the IT industries are using this Scrum nowadays, guys. Almost 90% of IT industries, because with this Scrum we can deliver the project very fastly, and with the change requests, we can handle change requests more efficiently through this Scrum. So this helps us in emphasizing our teamwork, at accountability, and also and iterative progress towards a well-defined goal. Okay. So let us now discuss about the Scrum life cycle. So, madam, we can't hear your voice. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear
We
you.
can
Ashwini,
hear you.
Ashwini, I think once check audio from your side, or either check the internet connection on your side. Okay. So this is the life cycle of the Scrum, guys. Okay, I request you to please pay complete attention, because this is very important. Okay. So before discussing about the life project, so let us first discuss. Suppose there is a person, so he is in need of developing a project. He wants to develop a particular software application. Okay, he want to develop an application regarding this food delivery app, like Zomato and Swiggy. How we have, he wants to develop one similar application likewise. So what does he do means, he will first meet the business analyst. So we might have read somewhere, like read, like, business, and is there any role of business analyst in this particular Scrum? Yes, we do have business analyst in Scrum also, but the thing is, the role of a business analyst is not emphasized over here. So whatever the things the business analyst do in this particular waterfall model, those things are also will be done by the business in this Scrum also. Here also, the business analyst, once the client meets the business analyst will gather the requirements. He will conduct all the types of analysis, like gap analysis, SWOT analysis, feasibility study, and all. Okay. And once all this analysis is done, and feels that if the project is confirmed and good to go, then this business analyst and the client will approach a company, okay, that they want to have some Scrum project related to this food application. We are assuming a food application, right? So they will approach a company and say that they want to have the Scrum project to this food application. And once they discuss with the company, a Scrum team would be created over here. This Scrum team will consist of product owner, Scrum master, developers. So these are the members of the Scrum team, guys. Okay. And also, depending on the project, okay, the Scrum team members also might vary. Some and the basic Scrum team would be around 7 to 10 people. When coming to small project, this Scrum team size would be 5 people. If it is a big project, it would be around the 12 people. Okay. And so as I've said before, they want to discuss about that they want to have a Scrum project, right? So they will sit and discuss, and they will pull out a product vision document. A product vision meeting happens where the product vision document is pulled out. In this product vision meeting, the discussions will happen, like, what is the objective of the project? What is the goal of the project? And how do we break down the project? And who do we need in a Scrum team and all? And all this type of high level discussions happen in this product vision meeting, and the product vision is document is pulled out. Okay, once this product vision document is signed off, then the product owner and the Scrum master will come together, and they prepare a product backlog. So what is a product backlog? So whatever the features or activities that are required to develop a particular software application, those are written in this product backlog in the form of user stories. So let me give you an example. So we want to have a food application we are assuming, right? So what are the features for the food applications? Login, registration page. Likewise, we have set in other features to build that particular application, right? So all these features which are required to develop that particular application, those all features will be kept in this product backlog and are written in the form of the user stories. Okay, is it clear till now?
Clear,
Guys?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubts still here?
Ma'am, you are going little bit fast, ma'am.
Okay, I will slow down a little bit. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
until here you're clear with the topics, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, fine, sure. So, as I've told you, this product backlog will consist of user stories. Correct. So, what is a user story? A user story is the smallest unit of work which is written in terms of the user perspective. Okay. So, whatever the feature which we want to develop for that particular application or the software, we write it in perspective of the user perspective. It is nothing but a small unit of work, guys. Okay. So, and this product backlog will consist of all the user stories. In this particular Scrum language, those features are called as an user stories. So once all the user stories are gathered in this product backlog, we would refine this product backlog. So what do you mean by refinement means? We clean the product backlog. Like, first we sort the requirements, then we prioritize the requirements, then we validate the requirements. Okay. So then this product backlog ownership will be taken by the product owner. And once all this product grooming happens, then there will be a DOR checklist, guys. So what do you mean by a DOR checklist means? It is a kind of checklist, okay? So if the product owner feels that DOR stands for the definition of ready. So if the product owner feels that these user stories are good to go for the sprint to be developed, at that time, the Scrum team or the product owner will checklist this DOR. Okay. Once this DOR is checklisted, then we will be having a sprint planning meeting. Okay. So this is the first meeting which will be happening before the sprint is started, guys. So in this sprint planning meeting, the discussions happen like, so how many sprints do we want? In that particular sprint, how many user stories we need to have? So how many team members we need to want on the particular sprint to work on it? So all this kind of discussions regarding that particular sprint in order to be planned and developed, those things happen in this sprint planning meeting. And this will happen at the beginning before starting the sprint, guys. Okay? Is
Ma'am,
it clear until this? Yeah?
I have doubt, ma'am. You
Yeah,
mentioned
Kumaran?
that, the product backlog ma'am, you told now, ma'am. So,
Product backlog, yes.
So all the one features can be captured in only one user story, or it will be a multiple user story, ma'am.
Multiple user stories. Each feature will be written as a separate user story. Regarding the login, we can have multiple user stories. Okay. Under login, we can what you know about the user story format, right? As a user,
Yes.
I want to log in so that I want to register.
Yeah.
That will be considered as one user stories. So
Okay.
whatever every feature is there, that we write as user story in this particular product backlog.
Yeah, ma'am. One function we can write only one user story or multiple user story. If login function is
multiple user stories we can write over here.
okay.
Okay.
So
yeah.
those are cumulatively called as product backlog. Correct, ma'am?
Yes, in product backlog consists of a list of user stories.
Okay.
And here we can also, in product backlog, we can also have an epic, guys. Epic is nothing but a collection of related user stories. Suppose, sorry? Hello? Yeah. So in product backlog, we will have an epic also. So epic is nothing but a collection of related user stories. Okay. Suppose in this food application, we can have multiple logins, right? We can have a customer login. We can have a business owner login. And we can also have a admin login. Correct. So these comes under user stories, and epic could be login. So under epic login, we will have all the logins related to that particular epic login. Are you clear with the epic?
Ma'am,
Yes,
we
clear.
we can take it as a collection of related user stories
User
as
stories.
epic, collection of epics as product backlog. Correct, ma'am?
Yes, you can go with that also.
Okay, thank you,
But
ma'am.
product backlog will consist of entire features. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other doubts, guys?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. Others? Any doubts till here? Okay, fine.
Not understood, ma'am.
Which one haven't understood? Please tell me.
The key features.
Features. Suppose we have multiple features to develop a particular application, right? Ashish?
Yes, ma'am.
So what could be features for this? Let us, I'm taking your example as a food application. Correct. So for food applications, what features you can have? You can have a registration feature. You will be having a login feature. You'll be having a search feature. Okay. You'll be having a payment. All those consist of features, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The features, activities which we perform in the particular application. So all
Yes, ma'am.
these features will be written as a user stories over here. In the
Okay.
form of user stories, we write those features. So all
Okay.
this user story will be there in this product backlog.
Okay.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Any other doubts, guys?
Clear.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So before starting off the sprint planning meeting happens, right? So once the sprint planning meeting is completed, so if sprint backlog will be formed. So this sprint backlog is nothing but a subset of this product backlog. This sprint backlog will consist of user stories. The most important user stories which needs to be developed first, that will be taken as one sprint, and this sprint backlog consists of that particular sprint. Okay, the sprint backlog can consist of multiple sprints, guys. So which user stories which needs to be developed first based on the requirement of the particular client, those user stories are taken into one sprint. Okay, these user stories are further divided into tasks for the ease of development. So here you can see, here we have written user stories, right? 1, 2. So this user story is divided into A and B tasks over here. So this sprint backlog consists of multiple sprints, and in each of these sprints, we can have a combination of user stories which needs to be developed first. The most important user stories which needs to be developed first will be taken as a sprint, guys. Okay. Is it clear under the sprint backlog?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So we will take the most important user stories, right, which needs to be developed first. Then a sprint will be started. You will be starting a sprint. Okay. And this sprint, in this, while this sprint is happening, daily we'll be having a meeting, guys, which is a daily stand-up meeting. Until the completion of this sprint, daily this meeting will happen. Okay. This meeting duration is around 15 to 20 minutes. Where in this meeting, they will discuss on, what is the work, the scrum, the developers and every members regarding the scrum team will be there, and they will discuss on, what did you did today and what are you going tomorrow. So if there are any challenges, what challenges you are facing, all those discussions will happen in this daily stand-up meeting. Okay. And once,
Okay.
usually the ideal sprint size is around 2 weeks, guys. Okay.
Ma'am, who are
Is
all
someone speaking?
participate in daily stand-up meeting, ma'am? BA will participate
Scrum.
in.
BA won't be participate. Okay. Here the Scrum team will be participate. The developers who are working on the particular sprint, those people will participate in this daily stand-up meeting.
Okay.
Okay. So once this sprint is completed, next we'll be having a sprint review meeting. Okay. So in this sprint review meeting, so what went well and what went wrong with that particular sprint? will be discussed in this sprint review meeting, guys. Okay, suppose if in one sprint we have taken some 10 user stories. Okay, suppose in the 10 user stories, own 8 user stories we have developed, but there are 2 user stories which are not developed, okay, due to some issues. So what happens to these user stories means this will go back to the product backlog again. This product backlog is never frozen for this reason. So these incomplete user stories are go back to the product backlog again. Again, they are refined. Okay, they are refined, and they will be taken as one sprint, and again it will be a sprint will be started. Okay, and also while sprint is started, while a sprint is running, we can't add user stories to that particular sprint. Before starting of the sprint only, we need to add a user stories. Once the sprint is started, we can't add user stories to that particular sprint. Why means because the sprint goal will be changed. Okay, is it clear till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this review meeting, we talk about that particular sprint, what went right and what went wrong, and we collect the feedback and all. Next, after the sprint review meeting, we'll be having a sprint retrospective meeting, guys. So in this sprint retrospective meeting, what are all the challenges which we faced in all the sprints related to all the sprints? It is discussed over here, and what needs to be done in order to overcome these challenges in the further sprints. All such kinds of discussions will happen in this retrospective meeting. Okay, so the difference between the review and the retrospective meeting is that review, it talks about only that particular sprint, whereas the retrospective, it talks about all the challenges which have faced in all the sprints collectively, and what needs to be done in order to overcome this challenge, and what steps we need to be done in order to proper steps in order for the further sprints to order to be developed properly. That discussions will be happen in this retrospective meeting. Okay, so after completing all these meetings, we'll be having a DOD checklist. So before deploying a product, before releasing a product, there will be a DOD checklist test, which is the definition of the done. So if the whatever the user stories are we have created, if they have met all the criteria and the conditions, if they are developed according to that particular conditions and all, then this Scrum team will checklist that particular TOD list, and we release the projects in multiple iterations in the shippable product increments. In increments means in smaller parts, we will deliver a product. We won't deliver a product entirely in a single go in Scrum. In Scrum, we do deliver a product in smaller iterations. Okay. If and all, if any change request also comes in between, it needs to be go to the product backlog. Then it will be taken into one sprint, and a new sprint can be started. We can't add it to a sprint which is already been started, guys. Okay.
Ma'am, I have
You
one
have,
doubt.
yeah, please continue.
Now, if one sprint is running, so in
Mhm.
between one change request is coming particular sprint,
Mm.
so it cannot be added, right?
No, it can't be added.
So
Once a sprint is started, we can't add it to the particular sprint. It needs to go back to the product backlog. It needs to be refined. Then only it should be moved to a sprint.
then the sprint is in between, it stopped and goes to product backlog, then the change request will be added in that particular sprint, ma'am.
No, this sprint won't be stopped. Okay, it will run. But whatever the change request you tell, it will be coming. It will go first into product backlog, like the how about the user stories we have written. Again, it would be gone. It will move to the sprint, and then only it will start as another sprint.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
can run it as another sprint. To the existing sprint, you can't add it.
No, ma'am, the change request CR will be in regarding in particular sprint only. I mean, if it is an user story regarding login means the change request also in same login function. I mean, initially
Even though also you
500.
can't see, even though also you can't stop the sprint. This sprint is already been running. Okay,
Okay.
you can take it as a next sprint only. That's what I'm telling you about. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am.
Any other doubts, guys?
Ma'am, can you explain the retrospective meeting
So,
again?
okay, fine. See, while developing a project, we can't develop project in a single sprint, right? So we can have a multiple sprints, correct? So whatever the challenges, we might have faced some challenges or obstacles in between while developing these sprints and all user stories, right? So regarding all sprints, what are the challenges are there collectively will be discussed in this retrospective, and what things which needs to be done in order to overcome those challenges for to be implemented for the future sprints. That all those discussions will be happen in this retrospective meeting.
So retrospective meeting happens at the end of the project when the product software is developed completely.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
At the end, this
Review
retrospective meeting happens.
each after one sprint get finished, correct? Review meeting happens when one sprint completed, and retrospective meeting happens when all the sprint
All the sprints are completed. Yes, correct.
Before the deployment, right, ma'am?
Ma'am,
Before deployment, this retrospective meeting happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubts?
Ma'am, can you explain sprint backlog once again?
Again, sprint backlog. Okay, fine. This sprint backlog is nothing but a subset of product backlog. So we might have all the features which are required for the application of the software to be developed, right? But the most important features which needs to be developed first, those will be taken under the sprint backlog into one sprint based on urgency and based on importance, which needs to be developed first. Those user stories are taken as one sprint. Then a sprint we will start the sprint. The sprint backlog is nothing but a subset of product backlog. Okay, Ashish?
When
Okay,
will
ma'am.
the UAT can be considered after retrospective, or when will the UAT be done?
After retrospective.
Okay, fine, thanks.
And ma'am, who take from product back into sprint backlog, the Scrum team or the BA
See,
filter
the
the
importance of this user stories will be given by which user stories needs to be developed first will be given by the stakeholders or the product owner. Okay, based on the requirement, then they were taken into the sprint backlog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you explain product backlog refinement?
Product backlog refinement means suppose we have multiple user stories, right? So all these user stories needs to be clear. Correct. So even so they will be first sorted. We have multiple user stories which are scattered. So first we will be sorting the requirements, which means we'll be categorizing these requirements. While categorizing, if there are any duplicates are there, we will be removing them also. Okay. Then we will be given the prioritizing the requirements, like which user stories needs to be developed first. Okay. Then we will validate the requirements. Validate means if these user stories or whatever the feature we are taking will address these business needs or not. Is it good to go or not? Will it meet the business objectives? So these three things happen in this product refinement. Then they will move to this sprint backlog. We are just cleaning the user stories over here. We are refining them. Okay.
And can you please explain agile phases and agile ceremonies?
The ceremonies, agile ceremonies are nothing but this all the meetings which will happen in this particular scrum, which we will have agile ceremonies like the sprint planning meeting. Then we have the daily stand-up meeting. Then we have the sprint review meeting. And after that, we have a sprint retrospective meetings. These are all the sprint or the agile ceremonies.
Okay.
And ma'am, one thing, BA comes under Scrum team, or he's a part of the Scrum team, no?
No, the BA doesn't come under Scrum team. The Scrum team consists of the product owner, Scrum master, and the developers. That's it. Here BA will be there, but he's not emphasized. His role is not emphasized. He will be doing the documentations just like he has done in Waterfall, and he will be conducting all the analysis. Here we can see the BA role. He just monitors this. He won't be involved.
Okay.
If there are any, if need regarding the functional requirements or requirements, he will again gather the requirements.
Okay.
Okay.
Like give the user story and the whole process will
Yeah,
complete.
user stories will be written by the product owner or the Scrum team and all. Okay, or sometimes business analyst also might be involved. Okay. Yeah. Any other doubts, guys?
What is the roles differences between Scrum Master and the product owner?
The Scrum Master is the facilitator for all these meetings. Within this Scrum or this sprint, whatever the things which are going on in order to, regarding the particular Scrum or sprint is mainly focused on. He's facilitator, he will conduct regarding all the Scrum meetings and okay. Next
Okay.
one is you asked about the product owner, right?
Yes.
So product owner mainly looks on to what value you can give to the business, how this value or how this project will be giving value to his business. Mainly he focuses on particular that one.
So he doesn't involve in Scrum.
He will be involved, but he mainly focuses on how much value that this project or the product can give to his business. That one he mainly focuses on. Suppose, let me give you a real-time example, okay? Just let us take this as an example. We have an Apple. You all no idea about the Apple, right? Apple products and all.
Yes.
So, Apple wants to launch some product or some project, okay? Suppose they want to have an app store, new version of some app store. So, that related to that particular app store development will be taken care to the Scrum Master. And regarding how much value that app store would give to that particular Apple will be focused by this product owner.
Okay, ma'am. Understood.
Okay.
Hmm.
Any other doubts, guys?
Ma'am, can you explain hierarchy of user story?
Hierarchy of user story. Okay, fine. First, we can have an epic. Okay. Epic is a combination of user stories. Correct. Just give me 1 second. I'll be sharing the screen. Okay. Just a second. Remove this. So first, we'll be having a epic. So epic is nothing but a combination of related user stories. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Then under this epic, we will be having a user stories. Okay. Then user stories are further divided into tasks for the ease of development by the developers. Okay. First we have epics. Under epics, we have user stories. This user stories further divided into smaller units, nothing but the task for the ease of the development. Okay.
Sorry, you are sharing your screen, ma'am,
Yes, I'm sharing.
but we are not able to see.
You are not able to see, guys?
Yes.
No.
Okay, fine. I just written in the Word document, that's it.
Okay.
So this is the hierarchy, epic, user stories and tasks.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it clear? Oh.
And what about feature?
Feature is nothing but, see, we will be generally calling as features, right? But in Scrum, we call it as a user story. That's it. That is another name. In layman language, it is called as a feature. In Scrum, we'll be calling it as a user story.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubts, guys? Can you proceed forward?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Fine. Yeah. So this
Ma'am,
is all about, yeah, please.
in the sprint, like that in this diagram, when there is sprint 2 weeks, there is one line product backlog refinement. So
Yes.
ma'am, it's a product backlog refinement or the sprint backlog refinement?
It is a product backlog refinement. Why here we have product life backlog refinement means we are running a sprint, but there might be chances that all user stories might not be developed, right? There might be some reasons where you are left with some unfinished user stories. At that time, these unfinished user stories will go back to the product backlog and these are refined. That's why they are shown like this. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other doubts? Can I proceed forward?
Sprint is amount of time that we are giving in our product management and
Yes,
project,
yes,
right?
we would give, yeah, it is a time boxed event. Sprint is a time boxed event. Okay. Within that particular time, we need to complete whatever the user stories we have given in that particular sprint. Okay. Ideal time would be around 2 weeks, but it depends on the type of the project also. The time might vary, but ideal time would be around 2 weeks. Okay.
Clear, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Please.
Yes.
Everyone clear? Can I proceed forward?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay, fine. Next, why do we use this JIRA? So JIRA is a product of Atlassian company, guys. So whatever the Scrum procedure which I have told you right now, we will be doing that through the help of JIRA. JIRA is a tool. Okay. So in this JIRA tool, we'll be writing all those user stories and we'll be uh, creating a sprint and generating a sprint reports and all. So initially, this JIRA is a bug tracking software, and nowadays most of the IT companies are using this JIRA for this as a project management tool. Okay. So we have multiple products under Atlassian, but JIRA is one of the most popular product where we can run the sprint or the Scrum through that particular JIRA tool. Okay. So how to download JIRA tool, I will show you in practically right now. Okay, just give me a second. I will. So can you all see the browser, Chrome? Guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, here I have told you JIRA is a product of Atlassian company, right? So give here Atlassian. Now I will show you how to install the JIRA software. So guys, this is a free version of JIRA which you can install on your own. Okay. So while I'm telling, please don't do it practically. The recording will be available to you in the COEPD YouTube channel and all. So you can look into those recordings. While I'm telling something, please do not practice because okay. So type here Atlassian in the browser. Okay. So once you type here Atlassian, here the link will be there. Okay, Atlassian.com. You need to click on that link. So this is the home page of this particular Atlassian. And under Atlassian, so we'll be having a several products under the products option. Here you need to select this JIRA software. Okay. Click on this JIRA software then. Once you
Ma'am,
click
your
on this
voice
JIRA,
is breaking.
sorry.
Your
Hello.
voice is breaking.
So everyone is facing the same issue. Is my voice breaking to everyone?
No,
No.
it's
No,
clear.
no, ma'am. It's
No,
clear.
ma'am.
Oh, one sec, internet connection from your side now. Oh. So once you click on the JIRA software, you can see here as get it for free. Okay. So you need to click on that get it for free. Here you can see the Atlassian. Under Atlassian, you need to, we have Confluence and JIRA Service Management. No need to click all this, but you need to click on select. Okay. This next you need to click on this next. Okay. Click on this next. So if it asks for you to sign up, guys, since I'm already logged in, so it is grayed out, but it will ask you for mail to be signed up and all. You need to give any of your mail, either your personal email also you can give over here. And here you need to enter your site name. Suppose any site name you can give. Okay, I'm giving some random name. Okay. Let me take me as food, since we are talking about the food application, right? Yeah. Until it is turned out to be green, you need to give the site name. The site name to be unique. Okay. You can give any of your name. You can include the numbers and all. Then once you're given a site name and it is shown as this green mark, then click on agree and start now. So it will take some time to load. So here you need to select a template for your project. So we'll be talking about Scrum, right? Make sure that before starting this, you need to select Scrum, guys. Once you select this Scrum, Next, you need to click on next. As I told you, we have different frameworks under Agile like Kanban and Scrum. But here we'll be talking only about the Scrum. Select Scrum and click on the next. So it would take some time to load over here. Okay. So this is how the JIRA will looks like initially. So while you start this, it will initially ask you like, you're familiar with JIRA, not familiar with JIRA, or very much familiar with JIRA. So I'm just selecting I'm not familiar with JIRA. You can give up. If you're familiar, you can give that option. And then click on start using JIRA. Okay. This is how the home page or the window of the JIRA looks like. Okay. So here you can see multiple options, your work. So what is your work which was assigned to you? You can see it over here. And here you can see the projects also. If there are any projects that you are currently working on, which was assigned to you, you can see those project also. Now, as of now, we are in basic Scrum project, right? That we seen as the recent project. So here you can view all your projects and all. Here you can click on, you can also create your project. Okay. And here there is filters. You can apply filters to the project. As we are using this free version, guys, I think most of the features you might not use it. But whatever the features which are necessary, I'll be telling about those features and all, right? Okay. And we have here the dashboard options. You can create the dashboards. And here you can invite people to your JIRA. So while moving to an organization, there you will be working on different projects and there will be teams which will be working on the particular project, right? At that time, you can create a team also. If you click on this create a team, you can give your team name and you can invite people who needs to be worked on this particular thing and all. And you can create a team, guys. Okay. Since it is a free version, I can't enable all these options and all. I can't use these options. And there are some plans also. You can create plans and all, day-to-day plans and related to the project and all. And under apps, we can see what are the apps which are under Atlassian. What are other apps that you can use on. Okay. And if you look into the side, to the left-hand side, here we can see the timeline. So in waterfall, how we have a Gantt chart, in this particular JIRA tool, we have a timeline. Here you can track your sprint in today or in weeks or in months or in quarters. You can track your particular sprint which you're working on. Okay, all your sprints, you can track it over here. And if you click on this backlog, this is the area where you would be creating issues. Issues are nothing but the user stories, guys. So in JIRA, we would call user stories as issues over here. Here we have this is called as a product backlog and this is called as a sprint backlog. Okay. Next, this is a board. So once you start a sprint, those user story will be appeared on this board. Here we have multiple stages like, to-do stage, in progress stage or done stage. So whatever the user stories, if you're working on, if it is in to-do, it will comes under to-do. If you are started working on those user stories, it will be in progress. We can give those user stories under this in progress. And if the user story is completed, then it will move under the user stories under this done. Okay. So based on the requirement of the project, you can add more further stages also. Okay. And also remember, guys, this JIRA tool will be updated very frequently. Okay. We can have updates in a week. We can have updates in 2 weeks or a month. It is frequently updated. So whatever the features which I'm telling right now. So whenever you open a user next time after 1, 2 or 3 weeks after, you can find new features also. As of now, from the previous to recent one, which have the observe the latest feature is this issues. Previously, we used to not have this issue option. Now we have this issues option also. Okay. So whatever the issues we are having over here, you can search those issues, which are nothing but the user stories, which you would write according to the type, status, and assign. You can filter those issues also. Based on the filters, by applying filters, you can view issues according to that. So this is a new option which is introduced by JIRA recently. Okay. And these are not necessary for us. This code and be taken care of the development team and all. Okay. So as of now, I'll be discussing about how to write issues which are nothing but user stories in this product backlog. Till now, is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So guys, let us start writing issues in the product backlog. How to write issues? Here under backlog, there is a create issue is there, right? You need to click on that in order to write your user stories, which are nothing but issues. Okay. So can anyone tell me one example related user story on how to write a user story? Regarding this food application we are talking about, right? So tell me according to that.
As a customer,
Mm-hmm.
as a customer, I want to log into net banking.
You want to log in through?
To net banking.
Net banking would be regarding under the payment, right? It won't come under login, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can say like, as a customer, I want to register so that I want to log in into the application, correct? So
Correct.
I want to register so that I want to log in to the application. Okay. And click on, after writing this user story, you need to click on enter. I hope all you know how to write the format of user stories, right? As a user, you would be writing and what action you want to perform so that what benefit you can get from that particular action. This is the format of writing the user story, guys. Okay. So any other person, any other example that you want to give?
As a customer,
Hmm?
I want
Okay.
a filter option.
As a customer, you want a Twitter option. Okay. Twitter option only, right? Sorry.
Filter.
Okay, filter option. Sorry. I want a filter option.
So that
Okay. So
I
that
can choose food easily.
I can good choose. Sorry. Choose food easily. Fine. Click on and any other example. We'll write 3 more user stories. Okay. Not only customer, you can give it terms of
as a
restaurant owner
customer,
also. Okay. Because in this application would be used by the restaurant owner also, right? We need to add his restaurants. You need to add the food items which we will be delivering through his restaurant. You can add through that wise also. Whatever
As
the
a
users
owner,
involved.
As
As
a
a
delivery person.
owner,
as yeah, continue. One, please.
as a owner,
As a restaurant owner, okay.
I want to highlight daily discount scheme.
Okay, daily discounts on the products. Discounts. So that you need to tell the so that also. Because what the benefit you are delivering through this particular action, you need to say that also. So that customers can view the offers which I provide. Correct. Ashish?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Okay. 2 more user stories.
From need to enter the special food for the day.
Sorry.
Special food for the day.
Okay, you want to add special food item. Okay, that's what you want.
Item
Or
for,
yeah, basically we'll talk about as a restaurant owner, I want to add food items so that I can deliver the food to the customers. Okay.
okay, fine.
Restaurant owner, I want food items so that the customers can view what food items I would providing. One more.
As an admin,
As an admin, good.
I want to check seller details.
I want
Check seller
Hello.
details.
quick seller details. Okay.
Check seller details.
Oh, sorry. Seller details you're talking about.
Check means checking of the seller details.
Sorry, I'm
So
not
that I
getting it.
can check.
I want. Sorry, could you repeat that again? Your voice is
I
breaking.
want to check the
Check.
seller
Okay.
details
Seller details. Okay. Check the seller details. Okay.
so that we can check the product they sell, means what they are selling.
Okay. So that we can check what the seller is selling. What products
they sell.
sell. That's it. Okay. Yeah.
As a student owner, I want the tracking option so that the customer can track the.
Your voice is breaking. Is it network issue from my side? Guys, am I audible to you clearly?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So, okay, fine. So we
as
will
a
continue.
customer, I want to means payment details show hona chahiye means.
Yes, you can add. But as a sample, I'm showing it right now. If I keep entire user stories, it will take a long day, lot more day also. So sample for 5. Let us continue with this 5 user stories. Okay. Fine. As a sample, I'm showing you right. So see, this is how you'd be creating a user stories, guys, in this product backlog. Okay. Then, so what after writing user stories in the product backlog, we'll be moving into the sprint backlog, right? So you just need to drag and drop these user stories in the sprint backlog. This is the sprint back. You just need to drag and drop. So if you think this drag and drop is an hectic job, here a checklist option is also there. Okay. Checklist these options which you want to drag into that particular user story. Okay. Particular sprint backlog. Okay. Checklist this. Okay. Click on these 3 dots. Anywhere you can see the 3 dots. Click on the 3 dots. Move to Scrum Sprint 1. See, you can see the Scrum Sprint 1. To that sprint, I want to move, right? So, see. At a time, you can move the user stories. You can either do by drag and drop, or at a time also you can put all these user stories in the sprint backlog from the product backlog. Okay? Clear? You just need to uncheck this. Okay? So, here we can also add epics. You can also create an epics. And also remember, guys, epics are not compulsory for a project. Okay. So if it is a bigger storage, most of the project members will make use of epics. If it is a smaller project, it's up to their wish. If they can have an epic, they can have an epic. If they don't want to have, it's up to them. So epic is not a compulsory in a project. So click on, you need to enable this epic option under this epic. Click on this, enable this epic option. So here a small window will be appear over here. Here create epic option will be there too. Okay, click on this create epic. Suppose we have put here login, right? So I want to have login. So registration, register. I want to have another epic login. And I want to add product, payment could be a epic. Okay. So likewise, I can create epics. Okay. So
Delivery option.
yeah, delivery. I can keep delivery. Okay. Fine. So likewise, we can add the epics, guys. Suppose how to add these user stories to the particular epic. Okay. Then you just double click this. Okay. Again, click on into. Once you double click only, you can see this epic option. I don't know why we kept this like that. So here one epic option you can see. If you hover over here, you can't see that particular epic. Just double click and then you can only see this epic. I don't know why JIRA has kept like this. Okay. So click on this epic and this is related to the register, right? So I want to keep this user story under the particular register. Okay. So I will choose this register. Is it clear on how to add a user story to the particular epic?
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Clear. But why that in under Epic? Why the Scrum serial number is shown, ma'am. Scrum 6, some Scrum 7, like that.
Because it is taken like that as a serial number. So we have written 5 over here, right? It is taken just a serial number. That's it.
Okay.
That serial number has nothing to do with that particular operations and all. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. So if you click on this user story, you can see all the details related to that particular user story. Okay. And see, whatever the user story have written, you can see that over here. There is if you want, you can add an attachment. If you want to add some documents related to that particular user story, you can add that. Here, you can add a child issue if it is there. And you can also attach links. Okay. And it is in to-do state. We are still doing it. We are there. And under this description, okay, this is the place where you will be writing a acceptance criteria. So what do you mean by acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria is nothing but the detailed description of an user story is called as an acceptance criteria. What conditions need to be met by the user story for that feature to be developed? That is called as an acceptance criteria, guys. Here, as a customer, I want to register so that I want to log in, right? So I told that it is a detailed description. So I need to mention in very detail every step related to that particular user story. So I will write the acceptance criteria now. Regarding this, I want to register so that I want to log in. The user should be able to provide able to enter valid details in the registration page because he wants to register, right? He or she. So registration page. Okay.
These
Then
user stories we need to write on JIRA or the client will write in product
user
backlog?
story would be written by Scrum team. The developers can write, the product owner can write, even the BA can write, the Scrum master can write. These people will write the user story. Mostly the crucial part will be lies in the hands of the product owner related to the user stories.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, fine. Next.
No, the product owner
Yep.
and business analyst are one and the same, right?
Sorry. I didn't
Product
get you.
owner and BA are one and the same, right?
No,
Or
no,
one
no,
are
they are
same?
not same. They are not same. The product owner role is different and the BA role is different. The product owner talks about adding value to the particular business, whereas this business analyst talks about what needs to be taken on that particular business activities and all. Entire monitoring will be taken over by the business analyst.
I have one doubt because in my organization I don't see any BAs. I can see only product owners. There's
Yes,
no
why?
more roles for
Because
the BAs.
yeah. BS in some organizations you can see no BS also. There are certain organizations, and in some organizations you can see BS also.
Okay, BAs along with product owners, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fine. Thanks.
Okay. So valid details in the registration page. Okay. Upon clicking on save. So I want to register through OTP. Let me assume like this. Okay. Upon clicking on save, it should navigate user to OTP page. OTP page. Okay. So by providing OTP and clicking on submit, the user should be registered successfully and a pop-up should be displayed. Displayed as successfully registered. Okay. Fine. See, for this user story, we have given detailedly everything. So upon clicking this, what happens next? Likewise, everything you need to mention as an acceptance criteria. The detailed description of that particular user story is nothing but acceptance criteria. And also remember this, acceptance criteria is very, very important. Without this particular acceptance criteria, the developer can't develop that particular user story. So this is the main thing from which the developer can get to know what each step that he needs to be developed regarding that particular user story. Is it clear, guys? Have you understood about the acceptance criteria?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts till now?
Yeah, so Anush, could you please show me the where we have to write the acceptance criteria in this app?
And a description. Okay. So I
Okay,
think
fine.
there would be a description. If you click on that, this page, this area would be appear to you. Okay.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
And then click on save, guys, after writing the acceptance criteria. Right. So your acceptance criteria is saved. So here, if you scroll down, here you can see the assign. Since we are using the free version, I not been able to assign the other people who need to work on the project. So here you can assign the people who can work on this particular user story. Okay. And since I have keep and register right as a Epic over here, you can see it as a parent under that register. Okay. It is a sprint one name you can see over here. We need to give the story point estimate. So what is story point estimate? The story point estimate is nothing but the complexity points, the CP value if you know about. Okay. So these are nothing but the effort and estimation that a developer, the efforts of the developer in order to develop that particular user story. We measure in terms of units, guys. Okay, how much effort is required in order to develop that particular user story? We give it as a story point estimate. So this this effort discussions, estimation discussions happen outside of the sprint. There will be a meeting where the developers will sit. All list of user stories will be there. Okay, they're gonna discuss on how much is effort is required in that particular user story and all. Based on that, they will be providing some values. I'm giving here I'm assuming something. I'm giving 3 as over here and click on. I'm assuming that 3 units of work is required in order to develop that particular user story. So I have given us 3. Okay. Then I will click on here. So is it clear on how to provide your acceptance criteria and how to provide your story points estimates?
Ma'am, what is story point?
How much effort? So I want to develop this particular registration page, right? So how much effort is required in order to develop that particular registration, this user story regarding this feature, that we give it in form of units.
So efforts might be number of days or number of people can
It
have
could be
how it
number of
was.
hours. Mostly it is calculated in hours, but it is not like 1 hour equal to 1 unit. It depends.
Okay.
Depends on the project. The calculation differs. Okay. Depends on project to project.
That will be defined, in the product backlog or before in the product revision vision statement. How it will be.
Before the sprint is started, it would be defined.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Ma'am, so all this is responsibility under the product owner.
No. This story point estimates would be given by the development team.
Means, this writing the user story, then adding them in the sprint and all like that.
Writing the user stories every members can be involved, but product owner takes the crucial part regarding writing of the user stories.
Okay.
Okay.
And moving them into sprint and all like that?
Moving to the sprint and all depends on the how much importance related to that particular user story.
But that will be decided by the product owner or Scrum Master?
Product owner and some stakeholders also will be involved regarding the importance, because it is depends on the requirement of the client, right? Which feature that he wants first.
Okay.
Based on that, we would give that. There are okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So likewise, if you double click on
sorry to interrupt. Do we prioritize the user stories in JIRA?
Yes, we need to prioritize which needs to be developed first. That is nothing but the prioritization.
And how is that done here?
So we'll be having a separate meeting. This happens all outside of this tool, guys. These meetings will be there. There in meetings, they will discuss. That's what I'm telling. Story point is how much effort And importance is given by the product owner or the stakeholders, like in according to the requirement, which needs to be developed first. Separate meeting happens, okay? The BV value and Moscow values will be given to that particular user story. So BV,
So that will be
I think,
before the user stories are moved to the particular sprint, no? This will happen before that only, no?
yes, correct. Yeah. Separate meetings will happen regarding that. Okay. Based on the importance, stakeholders will be involved. They will give their importance. According to that, we'll develop this. We'll move it to the sprint.
As user story is written by product owner, mainly they are involved. So what BA do here?
BA, as I have told you, before creating this product backlog, they will gather the requirements, right? They will gather the requirements. They will do all types of analysis which are happen like in the waterfall, like SWOT analysis, gap analysis, feasibility study. They will prepare documentations also, even. Okay. And also sometimes BA also might be involved in writing these user stories in rare cases and all. But most probably it will rise in the hands of the product. Okay. And BA will monitor all this also.
Ma'am, what is the role
Any
of BA?
if there is any, just a second, if there is any requirement regarding functional requirements and all, again he will do the requirements gathering and all also.
All right.
Yeah, continue. Someone is speaking before.
Ma'am, Prabhu here. Once
Yeah,
the
Prabhu.
requirements are gathered,
Mm-hmm.
what is the role of BA in here in JIRA, ma'am? Just for monitoring, or what is the exact role for BA
Requirements gathering is also done by the BA only.
yeah, BA only, ma'am? What is the exact
BA
role
only.
of BA in JIRA, ma'am?
BA in JIRA, I have told you, right? He will be gathering the requirements. See, before starting anything, before developing anything, you need to conduct a lot of analysis, correct? SWOT analysis, strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Gaps you will be identifying. Feasibility study, if it is good to go, how much thing we need to require regarding hardware, software, and all. And documentations regarding BRD, FRD, all these also will be developed. But the thing is, no, in JIRA, these are not much emphasized. We mainly focus on developing only. Those will be there, but those are not just not that much emphasized.
Okay.
Okay.
And how we track this backlogs?
Yeah, I will tell you. I didn't start the sprint yet, right? So I need to start a sprint. Okay. Once after that, we can track those. Okay. Are you clear till here? Do you have any doubts?
Yeah, clear, ma'am.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, fine. So here, if you click here also, you can give your story point estimate directly over here. Okay. So likewise, you need to give your acceptance criteria and the story point estimate. I'm giving randomly. Okay. I'm not writing acceptance criteria for everything. As a sample, I have shown it. Okay. Story point estimate here also.
What is that estimate, ma'am?
I have told you, right, how much effort, like, that is required in order to develop that particular user story. How much unit of work which is required in order to develop that we give it in the form of story point estimates. Here I'm giving it as a sample. Okay. For this, separate meetings will happen in the while you're developing a particular project or the product. Before that, the meetings will happen regarding the story points estimate also. Okay. So,
ma'am, the unit will be 1 to 10 story point estimate. Unit will be 1 to 10 or
from project to project and organization. But as here, we'll be taking the Fibonacci series values.
okay.
So 1, 3, 5, 8, likewise, Fibonacci series values which are there, we'll be taking those values over here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I will be starting this sprint, guys. Now have given user stories which you want to have in the particular sprint to be developed along with the story point estimate. Then I will start this sprint. Once I click on start sprint, you can give your sprint name over here. You can change that. Ideally, it will be showing as 2 weeks. But here you can select weeks up to this also. You can have a 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and custom also you can give. Okay, but I am keeping it as 2 weeks ideally. You can see the start date and end date also. Same. And here you can give your sprint goal. The sprint goal is optional. Okay. If you want, you can give the sprint goal also. Then you need to click on start. See, once you click on start, the tracking you are told, right? See, it came in this to-do list, all those user stories. And the tracking could be seen in the timeline also. Okay. Then, since it is in to-do, we haven't started anything, bro. Since it will be in a to-do state, once you start working on those user stories, it will be in progress. Okay. So you just need to drag and drop once you start working on those user stories. Okay. Now, this user story is developed. Okay. Then it will move to done state. Okay.
This will be moved from to do to in progress by the person who is doing that sprint, right?
Yes, correct. The developers will do this because they will be working on this particular thing, right? So from to do, if they are doing that developing that particular thing, they will keeping in progress. And from in progress, if that particular feature is developed, then they will move to the done state. Okay.
Okay.
So here,
So how about the testing in this phase? Will there be a QA involved? Because yeah.
Testing won't be involved over here because here we only talk about the development and all, right? Testing happens separately after this completing of this. Okay. Here just we are developing and starting a sprint and all. Okay.
Okay, so it means like this is all about the coding part being developed by a developer on based on the user stories, right?
Yes, correct.
So in case like how they are going to like rectify it in case if they are going wrong in the development part.
In development part, if there are any issue, they will talk it in this particular thing. Daily stand-up meeting, they will talk about what challenges if they have faced, any blockers if have faced or not. Okay. So I will show that also. But as of now, for our learning purpose, this is enough. Okay. I will show where you can find those bugs and all also. Okay. Just give me a few minutes. Okay. So this is done, right? So every user story is done over here. Then every user story is completed. Then I will click on this complete sprint. So before complete sprint, I will show you that regarding to the bugs and all. Here, this new feature is updated. I have told you, right? Click on these issues. Here you can track your all the user stories. Okay. So based on the type, see bug. So if there are any bugs or issues, they can have those bugs also. We can create bugs also. Okay. Tayyab.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So as of now, for our learning purpose, these all not necessary, guys. Whatever the sample things which are required, I'm showing you. But we can create here API. We can talk here about the bug and all also, the task and all. Okay. Based on that, you can filter. Based on done progress. If you want only these user stories which you want to, which are in done, you can filter according to that. Okay. As of now, okay. Likewise, we can track everything. Since everything is done, it is showing everything. If it is click on to do, nothing will be displayed. So nothing is displayed. Okay. Yeah. I'm
I have
going
one
back to
doubt,
the code
like
again.
I have
Yeah,
one doubt, like
please.
how can we assign these tasks to certain person?
Yeah, I have shown you in this sprint right assign option. See here, unassigned. So since
Okay,
this is a
okay.
free version, I can't assign. Okay, because JIRA free version is only gave access to only particular features. Okay, but if it in go in an organization, it is a paid versions will be there. At that time, they're gonna assign you. Okay, you can
Oh,
assign the people.
So this is the duty of product owner to assign a particular developer to work on this sprint.
And Scrum Masters also will be involved because Scrum you gonna look into all the team which is going to develop and all right. The Scrum time the master also will be involved. Who needs to work on that particular thing?
So on this backend developer would be working.
Mostly the Scrum Master would be involved over here. So backend developer.
like we have given this to do to whom are working on this.
So we'll be assigning to that particular person. So they're gonna move those in progress and done also.
Okay.
Okay. So once all these are completed, I'll be clicking on complete this sprint. Okay. Completed user story, well done, complete sprint. All 5 user stories which are given are completed. Okay. Then, if you go to the timeline, here you can track your particular sprint. Today, in weeks, in months. Someone talked about the tracking of the sprint, right? So this sprint one you have created, right? See, you can track. Okay. Next, I want to show you how to generate reports. Okay. So how to generate those reports means I need to click on this project settings. Okay. Then here there is a features option will be there. Okay. You need to click on this features option. Then here reports option will be there to you guys. You need to enable this option. Once you have enabled this option, go back to the project. Okay. There reports option you can see. It will be enabled. Click on this reports. Here you can see the burn up chart and the burn down chart, guys. So here we don't have a burn down, how to draw diagrams using JIRA. Which diagram you're talking about, Girjesh? We don't try any diagrams in JIRA. We just generate reports or we write user stories and all. Okay. So here you can see the burn up report and the burn down chart. Okay. So what do you mean by burn up chart means how much amount of work is completed within that particular sprint is shown in the sprint burn up chart, and how much amount of work is left to be completed will be shown in the sprint burn down chart, guys. Okay. So burn down and burn up charts. Now I'm showing, right? Once you check over here, burn up and burn down. Okay. So if I click on this burn up report, see. Here you can see the estimation field. So I have given in total for every user story, if I count all the story points estimates, I have given over here 24, right? So 24. 24 user stories are, story points are completed. You can see that. Here you can give issue count. I have given 5 issues. Those 5 issues are shown. 5 issues are completed. And you can give the time. Okay. Likewise, you generate these reports. And if I click on the sprint burn down chart, I will getting the sprint burn down. How much time left? How much amount of work is pending, or we can see in this sprint burn down chart within the particular sprint. So no amount of work is pending. That's why it is showing us like this. Okay. Is it clear on how to generate a burn up report and the burn down charts and all?
Yes, clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you please explain
Okay.
this again?
So
Can you please
sorry.
repeat what does the burn up chart to represent?
Yeah. So burn up chart. Just a second. I can't hear you. Hello, Divya. You asked about the charts?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I was just saying ki I just missed the last 5 minutes what you have explained now. Burn
How
up,
to generate reports?
yeah, burn down chart and burn up reports. Yes. How you have reached to this?
Okay, fine. Let me tell you again. Okay. So here project settings will be there. Select that. After that, features you need to select. Okay. Then you need to enable reports. Actually, I have enabled it before, right? That's why it is showing like this. You need to enable this. Once you have enabled this, you need to go back to project. Then reports option will be enabled to you. Click on that. Once you click on that, you can see the burn up report and the burn down report. So what do you mean by burn up means how much amount of work is completed within that particular sprint is represented in with this burn up report.
Okay.
And burn down chart means how much amount of work is remained in that particular sprint. That will be shown in the burn down chart within that particular sprint.
Okay, thank you.
And the JIRA free version does not enable you to, we don't have here the product burn down and product burn up chart, guys. It is not over there in this free version, okay? So that I can't show you those charts. We only have sprint burn down and burn up and burn down charts over here.
So, hello. Yeah, ma'am, is it
please.
like compulsory for BA to draw a chart, this type of chart?
These reports, yes, it is necessary because through this they can get to know, right, how much amount of work is completed and how much work is not completed and all. Not just only BA, it is helpful for the Scrum Master and all. BA just monitors this. Mostly these reports will lie in the hands of the Scrum Master. He's gonna generate these reports at all. Okay.
But
So
ma'am,
this is
these
all about
reports
this.
are, ma'am,
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
burn up and burn down charts are generated as per the sprint processing, na?
Yeah, as per the
This by
sprint,
default
yes.
they will get generated as per the timeline.
No. We need
provided.
to enable all these options in order to get this generated. By default, it won't be generated. Once you
No,
enable this only.
after enabling all the points, then as per the sprint is in progress or to do or it is done, as per that only that burn up reports will be generated, no?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is all about the JIRA, guys. Okay, is it clear? So if you're having any doubts now, you can ask me.
We can't download any software like this. We have to do it online only.
Yes, online. This is a free version. It is an open source, right? You can do it on your own.
So once we have registered, we can't be accessing it more than like 30 or 2 months
30
time.
days. Yes, correct.
Okay.
So for our link purpose, this free version is fine, Atish. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Okay, fine. So if you're having any doubts regarding how to download, regarding this free version download and all, we have recordings regarding this JIRA. You can look into those recordings. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
And can we get that PPT you were showing in study?
Yes, you can get it in the documents tab. In your portal, if you go into the document tabs, is there, right?
Yes.
So under documents, you can get this JIRA PPT.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Any other
Ma'am,
doubts?
Ma'am, what is the process after we have logged the Scrum into that JIRA, and after that, what is the process?
Sorry, I didn't get your point, Ashish.
We have logged that Scrum or script into the JIRA software, right?
We have given our yes, correct.
Yes. And we have generated the reports. Then what is the next step after that?
This is all things. This is entirely these things, okay? But going forward in your project, you will be you need to generate this report and keep those in your projects, okay? So this is where we are tracking and all. The same procedure is repeated. If it is incomplete, they again move to the product backlog and they will be moved to the sprint. Again, user stories are developed. And again, if you want to have another sprint, you'll be rating it product backlog again. You will move to another sprint. Until you develop a product, you'll be using this application repeatedly.
Okay, means we have to repeat this in internal team, you can say, or company team.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, where the BA requirements are been shown on this JIRA portal? Like if I'm making any, putting on functional requirement, I'm
Requirements
doing my.
so that won't be shown in the JIRA portal. Those requirements only we are writing in the form of a user stories over here as issues.
Okay. So as you said, this user story like being written by the product owner. In a very rare case, like the BA can also write the user stories.
Yes.
So
Some rare cases.
how the entire input which has been thrown by the BA on like SWOT analysis on the functional requirement part and all. So how that can be reflected and like on what portal, on what basis, like if a product owner want to write a story.
We can't in this portal we can't write all those documents. We can prepare documents regarding that separately. Okay.
So as a BA, we need to prepare a documentation gathering all the
documents
details.
regarding correct.
Okay,
Correct.
and hand
Whatever
over to product manager or what?
We can hand it over to the Scrum Master or the product owner.
Scrum Master. Okay.
Yeah. To that particular team, you will be handing over it. It is not that particular document will be checked only to that particular person. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
In testing, sorry. Shall I proceed?
Hello, what is Kanban and how to use it?
Kanban is
Can you
not
explain?
used by the most of the IT teams. It is mostly used by automation, I think so. Okay. I don't have much idea about Kanban, okay? Because as an IT people will be using mostly the Scrum and all. So the Kanban is mostly used
Actually,
by,
one of the
I hope
interview,
so,
they asked me
automation, I
about the
think so.
Kanban.
Okay.
Huh.
So, but most ITs are using Scrum only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, testing part we cannot able to track in JIRA, ma'am.
No, we can't track the testing part in Zero. We can track only the development mainly over here.
Okay, ma'am. How it will be tracked and what is that process, ma'am?
Sorry? Separate testing, how the testing happens for orphanal, that will happen likewise, okay? But testing can be tracked over here.
Okay, ma'am. How it will be? I mean, what I'm asking if partially we are delivering as a Scrum or Scrum 1, Scrum 2, like that we are delivering, no, partially. So
yes.
the testing part will be cumulatively they check or how it will be, ma'am?
Like how it happens, unit testing or normal testing in waterfall, same it will happen. The thing is, it won't happen over here. In this tool, we can't show it. That's it. Your tester won't be involved.
Okay. So as a whole function, it will be tested or in like waterfall unit testing, component testing, system
Incrementally.
testing.
So we are delivering the projects in increments, right? It's in parts. Based on that,
Yes.
the testing happens regarding that particular thing.
Okay.
One sprint is delivered, right? On the sprint, the testing will be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how the product owner or I mean or stakeholders know the what will be this testing stage, how
They
they will
also will
track
be
it?
involved. Okay, just not. They will also can get to know.
Yeah, ma'am.
How
Testing
it
I'm
happens
asking. Is there any separate tool is there for tracker testing?
I think I hope so. No, but here in Zira we don't have that.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Test case documents will be there, right? Regarding the tracking of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you repeat story point?
Story points are nothing but effort. How much effort that you require in order to develop that particular user story. Like, we measure it in terms of units. In layman language, if I have to say, okay, suppose for registration page, it is taking for me around 8 to 16 pages, to 16 hours. I'm just assuming, and I'm giving some random value. So those hours you'll be giving in the form of units. Okay, it's just not like 8 hours equal to 8 units. It depends.
Okay.
Got my point, Sadhana? You can consider 1 hour, 1 unit as 8 hours. Likewise, also it is there. Okay.
Okay.
So suppose, let me take 1 unit as 8 hours. I feel that 16 hours is required for in order to develop this registration. So I'll give us 2 units like this. I'm just giving you a random example in order for you to understand. Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, what is this Confluence?
Confluence is cloud service it is. So whatever the documents if we want to save, share and all, at that time we will be using that Confluence. It's a
So
cloud related
this
thing.
is the documents are being pushed by BA or what? Like in general, the product owner will do that.
Regarding the, sorry?
As you said, like it's a cloud, like where as you said, like it's a cloud where like the documents are being pushed. So the document related to what? Related to a particular product? The product owner is going to push that document or a BA?
I think I don't have much idea regarding the Confluence actually. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, what is Agile XP?
Agile XP is another framework of Agile. Like how we have Kanban and Scrum. That is another framework of Agile. Okay. Hello. Hello, guys.
Yes, you're
Yes,
audible.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how to get this recorded session available on YouTube?
Yes, yes. Within tomorrow or day after tomorrow, it will be available. Okay. But other recording sessions are also there. If we want this recording, it is also available. It will be available within 2 or 3 days. Okay.
So do we need to go and type a specific description on there?
I think the dates will be visible to that particular recording.
So I need to go to COPD YouTube channel. That's it.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ma'am, how long we use that free version of JIRA?
30 days.
And after that?
Trial
So we
period is
can log
30,
in
it will
again.
show. Yeah, you can log in again. Not an issue. You can use it
Okay.
anytime. Not an issue.
Okay.
I hope all of you might have understood what I have told you. I think you might get got a clarity regarding how to use tool and regarding user stories and all. I hope so.
Yes.
Yes, all clear.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So much. So if you're not having any doubts, you can leave the call, guys. If you're having any doubts, you can stay back and ask.
Is my attendance marked?
I will be marking after this, okay? Within 1 hour or 2 hours, I'll be providing all your attendance. Once I will complete this session, I can mark your attendance, okay? Once
Like
this
you
is
are
it.
saying, you can leave now with if you're not having any doubts. So that's why I'm asking.
Yes, yes, yeah, you can leave. I will be marking your attendance. I can get your report. You can
Okay.
leave. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So can I
Hello?
end the call, guys? Yes, please.
Hello? Yeah, hi. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
hi.
understand,
Mhm.
during the training session, during the theory classes, we have learned about Balsamic, we have learned about Azure, and this Microsoft Visio, and also. And today we have learned about Jira also. So
Yes,
I just
correct.
wanted to understand that, as a BA, how we have to differentiate means how when to use which software. I'm little bit
Okay, see.
confused.
Balsamic, Visio, and Azure. What these also in order for modeling the requirements, right?
Yes, yes.
In order to represent some visual representation, you will be using this. Correct.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, whatever requirements client will tell us, we will going to display it in the form of flowcharts or like that.
correct. For modeling requirements, you can say that I have used these tools, Visio, Balsamic, and Azure. When coming to project management tool, which you have used means at that time you can tell about JIRA because you're tracking the entire project over here, right?
Okay, yeah. So but means
Likewise, you
this
can
Jira
differentiate.
is only for the for us only, not for the clients, right?
Yes.
We means we are internally we are working on it. We will not going to represent it anything to the clients using the software.
Yes, correct. For for clients, for them to understand, we're having separate meeting. I will be showing the demo of the product, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Actually,
Thank you
one
so
more
much,
thing.
Siddhi.
Like
Yeah.
one more thing. One more thing. Because sorry to keep you
It's
wait.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
I have few questions, so I just wanted to ask. Like, suppose
Okay,
I
please.
have got the recorded sessions of YouTube. So I'm going through those videos, and there are 26 exams also. So, like, can you just explain me in short? Like, should I start giving those exams?
Yes, you need to start giving those exams. If you need to score 90% in every exam actually.
Yes.
Then only
So,
you can move
like,
to prep one.
So these exam, how many questions does it has?
It will be having 25 questions in each exams.
Okay. So in each exam, you have to. I need to score 90%. Then only I can
Yes.
proceed.
Have you attended nursery induction, Divya?
Yes, yes, I have attended. I have attended,
Okay.
but I was
Because
just thinking ki I have to
okay.
see all the videos again and then I have to start, or I can
If you
start
have
like this.
attended your theory classes and you have
Yes, I have
attended the
attended all
tools,
the.
right? So read workbook also. So by this you can get a little idea regarding the concepts and all, right? You can look. You can
Okay.
start giving exams. If you having any doubts and all, at that time you look into the videos again. We also have a study plan option, right? Where each topic
Yes.
under each topic you have a link and all. So you can look into that video also.
Okay, done. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Divya. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello,
Divya.
ma'am.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Please,
Ma'am,
Sanskrit.
yes, I understood that acceptance criteria, but can you please repeat just for clarity?
Acceptance criteria. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
and why it
So,
is important.
so acceptance criteria is nothing but a detailed description of your user story. Okay. So
Okay.
let me give you a little clarity more. Okay. See, as a user, I want to register so that I want to log in. Okay. From this, developer can get in-depth details what needs to be developed? No, right?
No, yeah.
We'll write that user story in a very detailed manner.
Broader
So,
perspective.
yeah, broader perspective. So that the
Okay.
developer can to know on giving what which needs to be developed. I'm giving that like providing a valid details in the registration page. So the developer can get to know. So he needs to keep a registration page with the valid details. Then I want to log in through OTP, right? Then he will give the OTP also. So see, by clicking this, what happens that every details will be there in this acceptance criteria. That's why it is very, very important. Without this, the developer can't develop. With this user story, can he develop anything? No, right?
No.
He can't
Okay,
get a
so
clear
this
idea on which
acceptance criteria, who will write this? BA or product owner
PA.
or
Sorry,
BA?
product owner will write. Product owner will write.
Okay. And then product owner will check with client that it is good to go or not, right?
Not with client, like this user story, it is okay. Is it meeting the objectives or not? It is meeting the needs
Okay,
of this
okay.
particular thing. He will check accordingly, and then he will be moving it.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sachin.
Yeah, ma'am. Here, Kumaran.
Yeah, Kumaran. Hi.
Hi, ma'am. Here, in JIRA, we can track all the application progress, ma'am. But
All
before
the
that,
sorry, we can track all the
improvements, progress.
yeah, regarding progress.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, regarding progress, we can track, ma'am. But before
Yes.
that, as a BA, we are eliciting the requirements and we are analyzing the requirements and we are documenting. The UML part is there, ma'am. There, I mean the diagram part. So, what is the contribution of that diagram part in that in JIRA, ma'am? Because in the feature and function.
Anyway, what is the purpose of EML part? The modeling of requirements. You are visually representing, right? So how your process will be correct. So how user interaction with the system will be shown in use case diagram, and how the functionalities will work will be represented. The flow of system and all will be represented in activity diagram, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
this will be helpful for both the client and the development team also. For
Okay.
client, this instead of showing all these requirements, will we be able to understand? No, right? If you
No.
visually only visualize this, whatever the requirements in these diagrams, by that you can get a more clarity regarding this particular project and all. Correct.
Okay, ma'am. So those
And also the
diagrams.
development teams also.
So the
Likewise.
development team will refer those in their in coding stage,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So they
Not see, Kumaran, it's
yes,
not
ma'am.
just one time you draw this, it is automatically approved. There might be some refinements happen because they're gonna discuss with the teams if there are any improvements that needs to be done. The client will make some suggestions, and the development team also will make some suggestions. Again,
Okay.
the user diagram or use case diagram and activity diagram are refined.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what my question is in the for the developers we give an input as in a text format only, user story only.
Yes.
So where the diagrams and all useful for them, I'm asking.
See, while gathering our requirements, you will be using some prototypes, right?
Yes.
While gathering requirements also, the BA can make use of use case diagrams also.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
it is used for communicating, like, this gonna helpful for us to develop that particular thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So the developers only, not only using the user story
See,
only.
let
So
me give you more clarity. Let me give you more clarity. In user
Okay.
stories, I have shown the document, right? Attached documents.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
At that time, you can attach the documents which are related to
Oh,
the particular user story also.
okay, okay, okay. So in that attachment, we can add a UML diagrams,
Yes.
activity and
So
user story
yeah,
diagram.
regarding the particular user stories, what are necessary, you can add those documents.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
I see.
Since it is for learning, we have shown what are the basic things which are required for this particular thing. Okay. But I have
Okay.
explained about you all those, right? So these documents we can attach, style issues and all. Correct.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Ma'am, in agile methodology, actually we are not using BRD, FRD and all, right, ma'am, in documentation.
Actually, but documentations will be there that not emphasized at Kumaran. We can make these documents. BA will be preparing these documents and
Okay.
okay, but
Because
BA
in
role and all these are not emphasized. Here we mainly speak about the how the software is developed, how well the software is working and all.
okay.
Yeah.
Usually in interview perspective, they ask means we can answer as documentation we used in agile or not. How what can be the answer?
Documentations also will be there, but here we mainly focus on how well the product is developed. If the product is developed, is working fine or not. It's here we mainly focus on the developing a product. Documentation also will be there. It is not that documentation will not be there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, so after completing our 26 exams, so the for capstone project, how we can approach, ma'am? Who can, I mean,
After completing your 26 exams with 90% score, you
okay.
need to raise a service request.
Okay.
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 Once you have raised a service request, the team will assign you to the prep one and the where you can look. Once you click on slot booking in your portal, there you can get a question paper regarding the prep one part one.
Ma'am,
Okay.
Prep one means I'm asking the project capstone project, ma'am. Prep one is what, ma'am?
Capstone only. Capstones only we have three preps. Prep 1,
Yes,
Prep
yes.
2 and Prep 3. Wherein Prep 1 is divided into 3 parts. Prep 2 is as it is. Prep 3 is divided into 2 parts. Have you attended the nurturing induction, Kumaran?
Yes, ma'am. Before 2 months, I have attended, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I suggest you to attend again because we have new updates. We have
Okay.
implemented a new changes. Today it will
Okay.
be there at 3 p.m.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay, please attend the nurturing induction.
Okay, 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 okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Okay,
you so
thanks for
much,
your
Kumaran.
time, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I hope your doubts are clarified.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Very much
Yeah,
clarified.
thank you so much, Kumaran.
Thank you for your patience and for our repeated question also, you are patiently answering. Thank you, ma'am.
It's my duty, right? I need to do. That's my duty for order to address all your people and clarify your doubts, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, any other doubts? Can I wind up the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, guys. Goodbye to everyone. The time is also completed, right? Okay, fine. Thank you so much for attending, and I hope all your doubts are clarified. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.